Today on the channel, Adventurous Ones, if you're watching this, it's Saturday, and it's time for the comic book review show. And on this episode, we're talking about the story of Blocked. What's it all about? You're about to find out, because this is the comic book review show. Let's go. Welcome back for another episode of the Comic Book Review. I'm your host, as always, the master of all multiverses, and the reason why they're total shitfest at this very moment, Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe, at your service. And I gotta tell you right now, this I wanted to give away from Nick's Kicks and Comics, okay? And I don't know how I'm gonna tell you how I really feel on this till it's over with. For one, this is like if you took Riverdale meets Teen Wolf, if you will. Okay, like if you took the CW show Riverdale and you took the MTV show Teen Wolf and combined them into this, you would make this story. The problem with this is that Blocked has a lot of errors in it, literally. And one of those concerns the whole, as they call themselves, shifters. Okay? It's another word of saying that people that can turn into beasts, like werewolves, you know, or panthers, or something else in between. Okay? They call them shifters. And the main character is Cam Banter. Okay, and he's slowly becoming, all the time, lately angry, out of control, and all this other stuff, wanting to get in fights with everybody. But he doesn't know why. He doesn't know why it's happening to him. Okay, now, much like Teen Wolf, the movie, Michael J. Fox was a basketball player and stuff like that in high school, and then one day he's suddenly turning into a werewolf. And then when he comes out of the bathroom and to see his dad is a werewolf, and that's when he realizes that his family are werewolves. Okay. The thing is, though, this is not that Michael J. Fox story. This is a very horrendously bad story. Okay? Blocked is about mainly all focused on basketball and stuff like that. Okay? But it's not the basketball that's bad. It's the storytelling of this whole thing is bad. Blocked is about two factions of shifters. You got Cameron's dad and his pack, the Banter pack, if you will, if you want to call him that and shit. Okay, and his dad, unlike Michael J. Fox's dad, who was the loving, caring, understanding, teaching his son about how to control the werewolf thing and stuff like that. His dad, Cameron's dad, is a son of a bitch and piece of shit human trash heap. Okay? He is so prideful about who the hell he is because he's a werewolf and all this other shit. Okay? But he treats his son like he's trash. You can't do it. You're weak. You're weak. You're pathetic. You gotta be you're a banter. You're supposed to be pumped in there. Yeah, he's a fucking real piece of work. Okay? And the one good thing in Cameron's life is another shifter, which he doesn't know is a shifter, is his coach, his basketball coach. His basketball coach is more of a father figure, caring and trying to help him through everything, all the anger issues and everything he's going through, unlike his real dad, who's a sorry sack of shit. Okay? And it's never said what happened to his mother. According to his dad, she left. She left them. Okay? But given how the nature of the father is so fucking prideful, and on top of that, a disaster on wheels, and his pack are just vicious monsters, okay, there is no telling if she actually left them or he killed her for trying to leave them. And you never know about this stuff. But the story focuses on him, his father, the way his father treats him. But the one good thing in his life is his sort of girlfriend, Liza. Okay? They're dating, or they're just real good friends. They're friends with benefits kind of deal. Whatever. Okay? She doesn't come out and say he's her new boyfriend or anything like that. Or that she's his girlfriend or anything else in between. It's like a back and forth with these two. And I'm like, they when they finally kiss each other and stuff, it's like, yeah, they can't keep their hands off each other after that and stuff. And his dad sees her as his weakness. He sees her making him weak. And where the coach is encouraging and stuff like that. Now, truth be told, once this all comes out in the open, it's a disaster. And there's many things I'm going to focus on in that final thoughts of mine after we show you the artwork and the story, tell you more about the story itself. Let's get started with that. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the artwork of Blocked. And believe it or not, the artwork is not all that great. I mean, it plays out like an anime or an animated show, if you will. That guy right there, that's Cam's dad, Mr. Piece of Human Trash. And the other guys with him are his wolf pack. And that's Liza. That guy that she's playing against is her ex-boyfriend. And there's just a lot of things said in this. Now, the one good thing about the story is that, you know, you see the wolf transformations happen without a full moon. That's one thing I thought was interesting, that these wolf transformations happen without a full moon. And 95% of anything to do with werewolves and stuff, it's always to do with a full moon. And yet, there's no transformation under a full moon for these guys. That right there is what I was talking about. Her being the light to his inner darkness is because even after she finds out he's a werewolf and stuff like that, that he's a shifter, alright, she gets a little distant towards him and stuff because she's scared. But when shit hits the fan, and shit really hits the fan towards the end of the story, okay, she is the one that brings him back to normal. While his piece of crap father, piece of trash father, whatever the hell you want to call him, okay, is telling him, no, don't listen to her, I'm the alpha male here and shit, you listen to me, yada yada yada. Yeah, go fuck yourself, buddy. Him and his wolf pack there. I was praying to God someone came along with a silver bullet and just suddenly gunned them all down. But nothing like that happens in this story. Which is so strange for a story that has werewolves, panthers, and so on and so forth. Okay, people that turn into cat people or whatever. Okay, I find it strange there are no law enforcement around. Where's the law enforcement? Where are cops? Where are, anybody for that matter? I mean, assault and battery takes place on school grounds and crap, and it's oh sorry, there's no cops called in or anything. There's threats made against people and shit by even the piece of crap father. But again, no friggin' law enforcement. That's why I said that the artwork plays out like, it's like a comic book, but at the same time, it also plays out like it's an animated film done poorly. And I like Liza's mother, even though her father, her husband, abandoned them and stuff. She has been there for her daughter as much as she can. Okay. She even tells the ex-boyfriend when Cam comes over and he starts trouble with him and stuff. She even tells Liza's ex-boyfriend to hit the bricks, hit the bricks, get out the door. And so on. And like I said, it's just, it went from being something that could have been really good to something that's just plain gih. Especially once he transforms, which I'm going to show you that part right here. There he is. There's Cam in his full werewolf form. And his father is sitting there encouraging him to attack his best friend and, hurt and harm him and shit. And instead of telling him, you don't want to do that, that's your best friend and stuff. No, his father is on this whole prideful BS, okay? Bunch of bullshit, if you really want to get down to it. And is telling his son, you're weak, you're pathetic. And then once he finally transforms like he is now and shit, it's all about, hey, go kill him. Go ahead, go rip him apart. He's done nothing to you. That's his best friend. That's his son's best friend. And he's telling his son, go kill him. Like I said, human piece of trash. And like I said, Liza is the one that brings him back to normal. And that's why I said, all this shit that happened, you don't see cops suddenly showing up. You don't see nobody showing up in there. Someone with silver bullets ready to kill everybody. That's a werewolf. Anyways, let's get back to our final thoughts on this review. Okay, final thoughts on Blocked. This is a terrible story. This went from being something that could have been really good to a terrible, terrible story. There's no context. There's no real context to this thing. These shifters, where did they come from? How did they start? Did they were they descendants of the original Wolfman, the Universal Wolfman? Talbert there, are they descendants of something else like the werewolves and vampires of Underworld? There's no telling because they don't tell you where they came from. It's all about one prideful asshole. Seriously, the dad is such an asshole. I was praying to God suddenly he got shot and killed with a silver bullet. But it never happened. Because for some reason, all the assault and battery shit that happens in this damn thing, there's not a cop to be found. Seriously. Where is the law enforcement when all the nonsense is happening on school grounds and stuff? This is like sitting back and saying, oh, it's okay for somebody to come in there and beat the shit out of your coach and stuff. And no assault charges are filed against them. And on top of that, the principal is scared of the dad. I mean, my principal was scared of my mom, but that's a different story. She wasn't no damn werewolf, okay? But still, this is all a bunch of nonsense. It goes from something great to something incredibly off the wall dumb. Okay? I've read through this whole thing, so anyone that sits back and goes, oh, you probably didn't read the whole damn thing. Yes, actually I did. chapter after chapter, I was getting more and more annoyed with the fact that, you know, just like his dad, he finally stands up to his dad at one point, and his dad grows larger than life werewolf form and says that, I'm the alpha here, you're gonna do whatever the fuck I say. Yeah, and then his son just backs down like nothing, you know? Just wimpy bullshit. The Cameron alone, yeah, anger management, and then he finally embraces his werewolf form and shit like that. But once he does, he hurts people. And if it wasn't for Liza to bring him out of it and put him back to normal, he would have killed somebody. Or he probably would have been killed himself. Because this story is all about being stupid. It's literally all about being stupid. The father's so prideful in the fact that, oh, they're werewolves and their name is Banter. You're a part of the Banter legacy. Chest pounding motherfuckers. Yeah, you're idiots. You're fucking idiots. And that's all I'm going to say to that effect. This story was absolute terrible. Was it worth the read? Kinda. But it would have been better had it actually told you a backstory of some kind. Like, what really happened to the mother? Did she actually leave them? Or did she get destroyed by the father, torn apart, torn to shreds or whatever, and he killed her, and then said to his son, she left us? No, there's nothing like that here. And unlike the Teen Wolf dad, who's loving and caring for his son, this guy cares too fucking much about pride than he does about his own kid and what he's going through. And once he does finally see what he's going through, what does he do when he sees this happen? He calls him weak. He calls him pathetic. Get the fuck over it. You're a Banter. You're part of a long line of werewolves and great werewolves and everything else in between. Shut the fuck up already. God, I wish this guy had been killed. His dad is the most annoying fucking character in this whole freaking story. Always with the fucking prideful bullshit. And then when he tries to tell, the coach tries to tell Cameron to settle down, I can't stress this enough, okay? I hated the father in this story. A guy that has so much pride in him, but never faces any consequences for what he's done. Okay? I was waiting. I mean, even if one of the characters suddenly out of the blue says, it's a werewolf and shot and killed his ass, I wouldn't have shed one tear over it or anything. He was a son of a bitch and so prideful piece of shit that I was praying for his death. And it never happened. Like I said, right now I'm going to tell you my final thoughts here are not great. And when it comes to stories that kind of tick me off, you know, this one was one of those stories. Okay. Blocked, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. And no recommendations to read it. No recommendations whatsoever. It's pure garbage. Okay? It goes from something that might have been good to a lot of messed up, stupid, nonsensical bullshit. Things that could have made it a good story. And again, if it's supposed to be based in a reality where, yeah, werewolves, shifters as they call them, okay, are among us and stuff, there's still laws to go by. They still gotta be arrested or something for assault and battery or some shit. And there's not a cop to be found. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous and dumb. So, final thoughts are a 5 out of 10. But, hold on. But, I am going to be a little generous here. I'm still staying with a 5 out of 10. But I'm going to up this to an 8 out of 10 because of one reason. And one reason only. And that's Cam and Eliza's relationship. Okay. Liza is the light to Cam's inner darkness. The inner darkness in Cam is basically the werewolf side of him. The side his father is so prideful about that he's trying to push his son to let loose on. Okay? And it's even stupider is once it comes out in the open that Cam is a shifter. Okay? And what does the dad do? You'd think he's going to come down there and tell him to, just calm down and stuff like that and, and settle down. No! He tells him, do what you were made for and stuff like that. Go kill your best friend. Go kill your best friend. Have at him. If it wasn't for the coach finally shifting into his panther form and stuff, he probably would have killed that guy. He probably would have killed his own best friend. He probably would have killed the guy that he hates. Okay? It's stupidness. But it's Liza who keeps him from going to complete darkness. Like I said, she's the light to his inner darkness. And that love she has for him, that care she has for him, is what keeps him from going over the edge. Even at the end of this story, she is the reason he stays the way he's supposed to, he wants to be and stuff. Not the frickin' thing his prideful frickin' father wants him to be. Anyways, 5 out of 10 story-wise for Blocked. 8 out of 10 story-wise because of the relationship between him and Liza. That's all I'm going to say to that. That's it for this episode of the Comic Book Review Show. I am very sorry for all the swearing I've been doing, but this story pissed me off. You would think there was a comic out there that can't piss you off and stuff enough. This'll do it. Stupid shit like this will do that. Especially when there's no backstory telling you about how these shifters came to be or anything else in between. There's no consequences for anything. I mean, seriously, there's threats made all the time and stuff, but, hello? You just assaulted this guy on school grounds and shit like that. Where's law enforcement? Where was somebody with silver bullets at the ready to fucking kill these guys? Non-existent. That's where. Anyways. Until the next time, Adventurous Ones, I will see you next Saturday with another... Well, yeah, it'll be the start of April then. Okay. We'll see you next Saturday with a new comic book review. And hopefully it's one that's better than this trash. That's all I'm going to say to that. Until the next one, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss on anything we got going on in 2025. There's so much more on the way, and you don't want to miss out on a single thing we got coming up on the channel. And until then, take care. God bless to all of you out there. Be smart out there, people. Okay, don't do the stupid shit that people do in this story and stuff. Be smart. We're not in our reality. We're not in safe times anymore. Use this and get home safely to those that love and care about you the most. Okay. Take care of yourselves, your family, your friends, your pets, loved ones in general, and let them know how much you love and care about them in return. Every chance you get. All right? Now then, take care. God bless to all of you out there. And I'll see you all later.